See how he can go. Former world indoor champion, well actually reigning world indoor champion after the cancellation this year at 3,000 metres, and silver medalist outdoor over 10,000 metres. What a range he possesses. Charlie Grice of Great Britain hoping to go well after superb times last year, and then the Ingebrigtsens there, young Jakob. Well, what do you say about him? 3:30, still a teenager, 19, recently ran a European best record for 2,000 metres in the, I'm trying to remember, the Inspiration or the, one of those games anyway, was in Oslo. I'm looking at Tim, my brain. Timothy Chariot though, the world champion, and he took on, his team took on the Ingebrigtsens, didn't they, in that virtual event almost, over 2,000 metres. It was a horrible night in Nairobi. Even Seb Coe couldn't have done a job there. It was the Ingebrigtsens who came out victorious with the quicker time on the night. All that behind them now, racing for real over 1,500 metres. So Timothy Chariot, the world champion, against Jakob Ingebrigtsen, this prodigious Norwegian talent. Well, Tim and I were discussing the pace that they've been asked to run, and it is very, very quick. They 154 and bits for the first lap, and then continue to 150 through 800 metres. Chariot says he likes to go out hard, and he has done here. There's that action of his, that characteristic forward lean, and he's already got a big gap. The Ingebrigtsens have said, no, we're not going to go out that hard. You go out if you're fit enough at this stage of the year, fine. And Chariot's brought his two pacemakers to take it out. Jakob and Filip leading the rest of the pack, with Jake Whiteman, Charlie Grice, Craig Engels lining up, and they're already running pretty quick as well. They're with the lights, the others are ahead of them, Tim.
Well, I mean, the way he's set out, you'd think he's attacking the world record here, Chariot. Look at that gap, 15, 17 metres. Back to Jakob Ingebrigtsen with his brother Filip in effectively 5th place, but 2nd place on that column at the top of picture. Very, very quick indeed from Chariot. I don't know, he's going to maintain this.
52.5.
That's insane.
Have you ever seen the first lap of a sensible, well, what is a sensible race?
That's what comes to mind.
52? My word. Well, they're going to slow down, they already have. And Timothy Chariot's just wasted a bit of energy. He's good enough to suck that up though. And what will happen with the rest of the pack? They are with a good pace, but the lights now caught up with the leaders. Sign, the older of the two pacemakers, the youngster Kita, looks as though he's chopping at his heels, but the gap closing now. Jakob dragging the rest of the field back to the world champion as they approach 800 metres. I think, Tim, they're not going to be far off 60 seconds, the leaders, for this second lap of theirs.
That was poor pacemaking, Steve. I mean, he's going to have to pay for that. Look at that second lap, 58.65 after a high 52s. That is crazy. I know that you need about a 2-second differential generally in the opening lap, and a lot of people say bank the seconds on that first lap, but not down to 52s. 54.5 would have been very quick indeed. And they closed up. Look at that gap, 5 metres. It was 20 metres a minute and a half ago.
And that gap, as you said, is just a few metres now. The two Ingebrigtsen brothers, joined by Jake Whiteman of Great Britain, who's in very good form himself. His first big race at 1,500 metres, has clocked a couple of good 800 times, and the world champion is going to be left on his own now as he takes the bell with only a 4-metre lead. The 19-year-old Norwegian closing with every stride. Chariot looking a little bit vulnerable here.
He is indeed, yes. The Ingebrigtsens have run a far more sensible pace. Jake Whiteman of Great Britain to the right of the picture has just hung up their coattails, and it'll be a real test of Chariot's strength here, his will, as they have 250 to go with that trio hunting him down.
The world champion leading ahead of Jakob, European gold medalist, and Filip Ingebrigtsen as well. And look at Whiteman of Great Britain. What a big move from him. He's still got something left. He just decides to check in behind Jakob, and Chariot got to find something here. He's under pressure, real pressure. The world champion finding a little bit extra, kicks away again. Jakob Ingebrigtsen is still there. It's a metre, it's not shortening. The world champion's going to hang on. Will it be under 3:30? It's well under. And Ingebrigtsen will be rewarded with an incredibly fast time. So will Jake Whiteman of Great Britain. That will shove him, if not It certainly won't be a national record. Mo Farah took that here a few years ago, but the young Jakob Ingebrigtsen and Whiteman really gave this man a race that he'll not forget. Oh, it's a world-leading 3:28.45, Tim. But when he looks at the splits, he's won in a super fast time. When he looks at the splits, he'll